Alright, so we're going to go over another week of sales. Literally here, it's now Wednesday morning when I'm recording this, but we'll get it done now and get the video out of the way. So, it was pretty good. The weekend was also very good. During the week, it was decent as well. So, as you can see, starting off with a Toro 60-volt chainsaw for 160 bucks. As you can see, sold 3 of them, which is pretty good, and then nine watchers. That's pretty good, especially considering how flooded this Toro market is. So hopefully we'll be able to dump at least all the chainsaws. Next we got Rocky Mount, North Carolina Police, $3.99. Just a little hat patch. Now what? Oh, we're going back to... That's probably just a malfunction. They were there earlier in the day, too. Next is good old Wagner Flexio 2500 paint sprayer. This one went for $24.99. Another 2500. This one went for $30. We got a Degree. Sold a couple of those over the weekend. And as you can see, I did the update. I updated the quantity, did pretty much all that I have, so 65 is about what I have left. And I've sold 58, which is pretty good, especially since it's all profit at this point. And there's also I got a neutral feedback earlier in the week as well, from a guy who had bought this. It was out on offer, I think. Left the neutral feedback, saying the shipping was great, but he questioned the I can't even say it, he didn't think it was real, okay? The authenticity, there we go. He was questioning the authenticity of it because he said on the back it was talking about how it says not for individual sale, which it says no such thing. I checked. So, I sent him a message saying that this is authentic. I got it from a local pallet place who got it from Target liquidation, and showed him, the box, the case pack box that it came in. And while I was at it, I went to the help and asked eBay to remove the feedback, just to see if they would, because he did make that false claim, questioning the authenticity. So I sent the feedback revision, the feedback removal request. I didn't think it would go through, but to my surprise, it actually did. And I forgot to take a picture of it, or leave the tab open or something, so you could see the feedback. But that's the gist of what it said. So I was able, surprisingly, to get that removed because he made the false claim, saying, questioning if it was authentic product, which obviously it is when I've sold 55 other ones, and you're the only person who's got something to say. So, alright, next, when did we sell? 2 of those? Yeah, we sold, I think, 2 of those, and then one of these Dove packs, which, as you can see, I only got 2 left. We're almost done with these, which is good. Yeah, like I said, it's probably a malfunction. They were there earlier in the day. Alright, so like I said, I only got two of these left, and look at that, 5 people have it in their cart. So that will be good once we're done with that. So there's one more deodorant for the week. And now we're getting into... Alright, this is about Thursday stuff. We're almost to the weekend. Sold this another Flexio 2500. Actually, prices went up a little bit at $32.99 because this one was pretty much brand new. As you can see by the photos, I'd call this brand new, which I did. I called it open box, and I figured, looking at the sale price, a lot of people are getting about, I want to say about 70 to 80 for ones that are brand new. So I figured at doing mine at the 30 plus 15, I wonder if I could push it up a couple bucks and see if I could still get it, which I did. fairly quickly too, so that was pretty good. All right, next was this Fisher Price Sit Me Up floor seat. Finally sold this. This sold out on offer, $35.99. I had sent a ton of offers on this, and someone finally took it. As you can see, 2 sold. I only have 2 of these, but someone had accepted the offer before and then didn't pay for it. But what I ended up noticing when I went to pull this one to ship it, I had to dig it out of the from behind the white cupboard where my photo station is, where this, right behind this cabinet. I noticed the other one had box damage in the corner, which, as you can see by the photo, I only used the photo of the good one. I didn't notice the other one had box damage, so actually I had to end this listing, which sucked. I couldn't just edit it because I had just sent out offers on it again, so I had to end it, which, as you can see, blows because it had 11 watchers and, like I said, a ton of views. It had a ton of action on it. 3 people have it in their cart. I had to end it because of the box damage. So actually, that reminds me, I need to relist this again, and hopefully I can get it sold. And the product inside it was fine. It was just a little box damage in the corner. So hopefully I'll be able to hopefully that won't be too much of a problem trying to sell the other one. But actually, this is a pain to ship. This is actually quite a big box. I got lucky that I happened to have a Chewy box that fit in perfectly. So I have no idea how I'm going to ship this other one anyways. Part of the reason why I'm in no rush to get it listed, I have no idea how I'm going to ship it, because it is quite big. So we'll have to figure that problem out. Alright, next is this Panasonic precision cutting system, wet dry trimming, ERGB 42-K, little electric trimmer. Sold it for $18.99, free ship, and it was used. I did open it up. It looked pretty good, but I could tell that it was not new. There was some hair in there that I had to blow off. This came from the second HBA box, so being 19 free ship, not great. The second box really is not as good as the first box was. The $250 brand new toothbrush in there, that was super nice, but the rest of these are all definitely in the used, kind of more along the used category, and they're not really something I can even call like new open box, which is not great because a lot of them are like 20-30 bucks, free ship, so they're not the greatest. But luckily with that toothbrush, though, getting me half my money back, I don't think I'll lose money on the box. I just don't think I'm gonna make a lot of money, if any. We might be lucky to break even. We'll have to see. But I do have to try and figure out what that $400 trimmer that it said was in that box. That's hopefully where I can make my money back. But I really don't. I can't even tell which one is the $400 trimmer. Nor why it would be $400. But anyways, hopefully with that I can get my money back. All right, next was this Mill Creek Township Police, $7.99, and this is all weekend sales. Friday into the weekend. Next was Old Spice Deep Sea. Came from the first HBA box, $19.99 free ship. Next was this New Orleans, Louisiana EMS patch, $6.99. As you can see, I had 4 on this from this particular patch lot. I do have another listing or 2 of these. I did get some more in a different patch lot later on. Next was this Wagner Flexio 3500, 65 plus 20 ship on this. And this I'd seen sitting on the shelf, and I'm like, why is this not sold yet? This should have sold by now. So I checked in my store. This wasn't even listed. I don't know if it was just a case of where I took the pictures, because I remember doing this. I remember taking the pictures for this, but then it was never turned into a listing. I don't know if it was just I just took the pictures and then never actually made the listing, if that's what it was. And I just deleted the draft thinking I had listed it. So I don't know. So I got that listed, and then it sold within, like a day or 2, which I figured it would. Next, we're going to have a stack of 2500s. I sold this one for 30. Sold this one for 22, 23. And then this one for 30 as well. Alright, so yeah. we had three. I had three 2500s listed, and they all sold. I had listed them like Thursday, Friday, and then with the weekend they all sold, which is good. These definitely seem to sell better when you list them like towards the end of the week for the weekend, which kind of doesn't make sense. You'd think it'd be do better during the week, so people would they could order it and it would arrive for the weekend when they would have time to do a painting project, not order it on the weekend for it to arrive during the week. But these definitely do sell within like 2 or 3 days, depending on their condition. The better the condition, the faster they sell, of course. But I'm starting to notice in my stack, I'm getting down to, I don't have a lot. I don't think I have a lot of the good stuff, the good ones left. I'm starting to get into a lot of the ones that are pretty used, and they're going to take a while longer to sell than the newer ones will. But I will get through them. I only have about, I just counted, it was about 10 or 15 of these 2500s left. Then I do have, I think, like 20 of the 350s, but those don't sell as well. And I did actually have to order more 12 boxes for these. Alright, that's enough about paint sprayers. Sold another chainsaw over the weekend, which is sitting over my door that needs to go to UPS tomorrow. I totally forgot when I got home I was gonna hook up the trailer and run over to UPS to drop this off, but that didn't end up happening. So we'll have to send it out tomorrow, which is the last day, which I hate doing. Well, when people order on the weekend and then it doesn't end up getting shipped out till Wednesday a lot of the time, because I don't end up getting over to UPS. Because really Monday's really the only time I have to take it to UPS, and I'm not worried about getting there before they close, because they close at 6:30, and on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays I get out at 6, whereas Monday I get out at 5:30, so I have enough time to run home, get the bike and run it up to UPS and not have to worry about running out of time before they close. So I came home Monday and packed it. I didn't even end up packing it Sunday night, because I had everything else to pack, so we didn't get around to it till Monday night. Alright, moving on. Next, this is a Hampton Bay 200 watt transformer. $40 plus 10 ship on this one. This is from the original Home Depot pallet. As you can see, I had listed this back in October. This took forever to sell, but I did manage to finally get rid of it. It's also used, which didn't help. And this photo's kind of not that great. Probably not really the greatest either. But finally got rid of that. Alright, next is this Hunter Air Force Base. Is it Air Force Base? Anyways, AAF Fire. Actually, I don't even think that is an F. That looks like an E to me. But we're all over the place with this one. But it's from last year, actually. About a year ago. Just over a year. So, anyways, $5.99 on this one. Next, this was nice to wake up to. The Simpson Strong Tie heated 20 truss anchors. It's supposed to be 50 plus. It's supposed to be a box of 50, but I think there ended up actually being more in here, which didn't make any sense. But that is what it was. This again came from the original Home Depot pallet, which you can apparently I got it back in October. And I figured this was going to be one of the things where you just list it, put it on the shelf, forget about it. It'll take a while to sell, but when it will sell, it'll probably be all profit by that point. You will have sold enough to make a profit on the pallets. It's just a set it on the shelf and forget it kind of listing. So sold it for $100 plus 25 ship, which is pretty good. And then the last thing we'll get to, this was like Monday afternoon, was this Oral-B IO Series 3 toothbrush, which didn't have the toothbrush heads. Which, actually, thinking about it, I probably should have. The two Oral-B, 4 head packs that I had last week, I probably should have saved those and then put them with this, instead of just selling this toothbrush only. But Oh well, 40 bucks free ship on that one. And that also came from the second HBA pallet. But as you can see what I'm talking about. A lot of the, like, 20, 30, $40 um health and beauty stuff. All right, we're gonna go over to the second account. We actually sold a few things over there, an actual surprising amount, and there's actually 2 or 3 other things that have sold since Monday when I originally opened the tabs when I was going to do this video. Alright, so we're starting off with this Oswego County Sheriff's, $6.99. Next we have this Alexandria Sheriff, $5.99. This Vermont State Police Dive Team, $5.99. Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation patch for $7.99. This Hialeah Police, $4.99. And then ended off this University of the Arts Public Safety at $5.99. So that is it. That is it for what I sold over the last week. Like I said, a couple things have sold, obviously, since I originally started doing this on Monday, but we'll include those for next week. No plans on getting a pallet this morning. I do have more staples, and it is going to be cheaper, but I have to finish dealing with the staples I originally got. What was it, last week? But the biggest thing is I need to take time and organize the 2 storage units. They're absolute disasters. Stuff needs to be organized and listed and sorted. A lot of what it is it needs to be sorted to what's eBay. What is like eBay listed inventory? What is more like yard sale kind of inventory? And it just needs to be organized. There's a bunch of stuff that needs to get listed either on eBay or locally, and there's just a little bit too much inventory at the moment. Like my the eBay room up here is a disaster. It's got stuff all over the place that either needs to be listed or taken to storage. This room up here needs organized as well, but stuff just keeps coming up, and I don't have time to go there, especially because it's going to be a 2-man job. I need to bring my brother with me. It's just going to be a 2-man job because there's so much stuff in there. We also had the problem with the town, which is actually the video that's going to be posted right after this. So we had some stuff had to get put into storage. So that adds to the problem. So it is just a hot mess that needs organized. That's also partially why I kind of need 2 people. There's some of the stuff that needs to be brought out and moved around is his. It's not all mine. So anyways, I'll probably shoot a couple clips of that, assuming I can actually get to that. Maybe tomorrow we might be able to do a little bit, but we'll see. So anyways, that's it for this week. We'll see you guys next week.